The Titans defense deserves some attention for the lack of tackling on the Mahomes touchdown. I mean, and it cut to Vrabel afterwards, who was just forlorn. And, my God, credit to Mahomes for one of the seminal playoff plays, I think, in the history of the game. It was an exceptional run, but it was to some degree gifted to him as well by the Titans tackling.
Yeah, I think of Mahomes, and I think of something I've examined ever since the days I watched Walt Frazier play point guard for the New York Knicks, that great players have this sense of time whereby things move around them in slow motion.
Absolutely right.
And this is what Mahomes has. Rodgers is like the prototype Mahomes. That calm in the pocket, drop back and see what's going on. I think there was a good bit of commentary about Mahomes not watching the receiver as much as watching the defensive back. So he puts the ball where the defensive back can't get it because he knows where the receiver. On that run, he shook the first tackle. He dead-legged him, basically. It was a bad tackle, yes, but he shook the tackle. And then he looked and realized he had space. And there was no excitement about it. There was no hurry up about it. He just accelerated a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when he got near the goal line, he picked up a block of sorts, and then all of a sudden he became tough guy. Yeah. And he spun through two tackles and went across the goal line. I just thought it was the most beautiful play.
It was a brilliant play from Mahomes, and it was, I think, would you say it was one of the greatest playoff plays of all time? You love watching it. Would you say it ranks up there? We got a Mike top five coming up?
We went through that, didn't we, with the conference championship games, the best games.
Yes, the best games.
And the best plays.
The best plays, yeah.
I mean, it is a fantastic play. I mean, there's been a whole lot of them. But it was one of those, I think, as a feat of individual brilliance, I think it has to rate really high up there, as a sort of unplanned but improvised play. I think that it has to rank up there with the best.
Timing wise as well, because you got to factor that in, right? When you talk about great plays, is obviously the execution and the skill on show with the play itself, but also the significance of it, right?
Yeah, and at a time when Tennessee's thinking, okay, we've got this offense slowed down a bit, we can control them, and then Mahomes makes it, and I thought it was an excellent piece of analysis by Tony Romo, because it showcased what Mahomes does. He figured it out. Tennessee came out playing a defense. He had one series of downs. He figured out where the openings were going to be. They were going to be on the outside. And then I think he answered Tracy Wolfson tried to answer the question for him. It was one of those 40-second questions that includes every possible answer to it. but he managed to say that he knew that the outside was there because they had the three linebackers were dropping. But in other words, he was aware of what the opportunity would be if he had to take it, and he took it.
A bit more on the Chiefs, and good credit to the Titans about Spags and about the development in this defense that has been remarkable over the last 7
if they win the Super Bowl, Spags should go to the Hall of Fame based on two games. The 07 Super Bowl and that Super Bowl. Yeah. And two things have happened.
What's changed?
Two things have happened, basically. One is he's come in, and it took a while, I think, for them to adapt to the different kind of defense that he was playing, because it can be a complicated one. You saw the way they're moving around, not like the Titans, who move at the last instant and do a great job of that, but they do move around. And secondly, was they got players back that they needed to get back. Chris Jones being the kid, but D Ford was injured this time. D Ford and Suggs, now they actually have pass rush that teams have to contend with. That makes a big difference. They lost Thornhill, who I think is a really good player, but so far that hasn't come back to bite them.
Hope you enjoyed the Nat Coombs Show presented by Paddy Power Fantasy. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click subscribe to ESPN UK and you won't miss a trick.